Easter Saturday, about 12:30. We're doing 5.5 knots on a beam reach, and I'm sailing for the first time after an horrific 6 months of medical problems. I'm calling it my annus medicalis. Got a new scar down the middle of my chest as a souvenir, but that doesn't really tell the whole story. Probably neither will I. But anyway, I was not sure if I would ever be able to sail again at times. And although I'm a little bit more single-handed than I'd like to be, and leaving my pontoon was an absolute nightmare. I can't wait to see what scratches I've got down the port side of my hull. The less said about that, the better. But I'm sailing, and I'm going to sail over the weekend down to a place called Toro Vieja. Excuse my Spanish mispronunciation. Where she's getting hauled out and she's getting copper coated at an exorbitant price, because I thought, fuck it, if I am going to sail, I might as well splash a bit of cash on the boat as well. So this is kind of a proving sail for myself, and a trip down to get the boat hauled out.
She's my very own baby girl. Say, Daddy, will you sing for me, Daddy? Play a string for me, Daddy. Will you try to swing for me? Say, Daddy, will you fly for me, Daddy? Go and try for me, Daddy. Never lie to me. She's my little Miss Wisp. She wears her hair with a kiss. Say, Daddy, will you sing for me, Daddy? Will you swing for me, Daddy? Go and play your strings for me. Say, Daddy, never lie to me, Daddy. Will you try to me, Daddy? Never cry for me. She's my tiny dreamer. She make me feel like the cat with the cream. She shine and bubble like the clearest of streams. She makes me know it's not as bad as it sometimes seems. Say, Daddy, will you sing for me, Daddy? Do you think for me, Daddy? Go play your strings for me. Would you, Daddy, never lie to me, Daddy? Never cry for me, Daddy? Go and try for me. My baby girl, she's just the sweetest in the whole wide world. She wears her hair way up in the curl, just to show she's my very own baby girl. Say, Daddy, will you sing for me, Daddy? Will you swing for me, Daddy? Play your strings for me. She said, Daddy, would you cry for me, Daddy? Would you lie for me, Daddy? Would you try for me? You're just my baby girl. Just my baby girl. You're just my baby girl.
Fortunately, the wind died a couple of hours ago, so I got the engine on, but the propeller is so fouled that we're just chugging along at 3 knots. There's a bird there having a swim. It's a seabird. Yeah, so that fella's doing the same, and he's going about the same speed. I don't know if you can see that red light in the distance. Been following me all day. This is the coast of Spain. Dinea is over there. The lighthouse you can see there is obviously where I'm gonna go to the left of that, around the outside would be preferable. There's no real danger around here. There's no shallow waters, there's no rocks, not where I am. I'm still on 50 meters, mind. But there are nature reserves, which is just nature reserves. I won't be fishing. There are some fish pens, but they're very close to the shore, so don't really have to worry about those. Just the odd lobster pot, where I haven't seen any, so that's good. And the lack of bloody wind, which is a shame. I've been through all of the different forecasts again. I've got a nice Wi-Fi, I got a nice phone signal. And they're all disappointing, to be honest. They're all different, and they're all disappointing. The most fine detailed one said there would be some wind very close to shore 2 hours ago. So I headed inshore a little bit. And then 1 hour ago it said no, there won't. So thank you very much, bastards. I guess that would have been katabatic wind, because it was going to come off the land and then turn right. Yeah, so not going to make it by midnight. Might make it by 3. But there should be wind around the other side, so I've got enough fuel to get me where I'm going. Wish I could give you some better news, but you know, you take what you can get. We had some lovely sailing earlier, so I can't really complain. There's a lighthouse over there. There's a massive red moon over there. It's amazing. That's Benidorm. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Sprawling metropolis. And that's the crack of dawn. A bit bonkers. I had approximately 7 minutes sleep last night, split into 3 little 2-minute naps and a bit in between. There's a boat over there, doesn't have AIS. That's the moon, and the engine is running. It's been running since 6:10, 10 minutes past 6, and it's now 7:30. But it was off from midnight, where we had all kinds of shenanigans sailing. It was great fun, it really was. That was goose winging at 3 o'clock in the morning. Dead downwind with the preventer on, and the Genoa out the other side. It was great, making 4 knots downwind. But unfortunately, what little wind there is right now, which is about 3.5, 4 knots, is bang on the head, on the nose. So I'm going to go a little bit inshore, and then hopefully I can tack and maybe get a bit of drive, because otherwise it's going to be a long day motoring at 3.3 knots. I've got about 60 miles to go. You can do the maths. I'll be there tomorrow. Well, that doesn't matter. Well, what does matter is, hang on, I got 30 litres of fuel, so no, that ain't gonna work. Oh yeah, let's hope for some wind, otherwise we're going to be bobbing. I've looked at all the forecasts, they all disagree with each other. I mean, the one good thing about the Windy app is that you can have a look at them all. You kind of go searching for the one you like the best. Today, none of them. So, it's the Spanish coast. Yeah, what else to say? I haven't had any breakfast yet. I've got to have my pills first. I take 11 different pills each day. 10 of them in the morning, and then repeats throughout the day. Hopefully that's going to reduce next month, on this 6-monthly checkup from the neck up. Actually, it's not from the neck up, is it? It's cold. I've got all my I've got my Musto sailing gear on. I turned the camera around, but I look like someone who's been awake all night. Yeah, got the full mustoes on because it's nippy in the night time. Right. We're listening to In Our Time again. Look, there's a bird there. Showing off. That's still Benidorm. We haven't really gone very far, unfortunately, but as you can see, the engine is off. The wind just came in now. It's bang on the nose, of course, but that does give me the opportunity to show off a bit. So I pinned the tiller at 10 o'clock. It's 20 past now, so it's not been very long, but she's just holding course beautifully. 45 degrees to the true wind, 35 degrees to the apparent wind, 4.2 knots, 2.5 of them are directly towards my destination, which is dead upwind. Toro. It's going to be another 15 hours at this rate, but that's all right. We're not burning any fuel, and I'm not using very much electricity, just about 1 amp, 1.5 amps maximum, which is good because I've got no solar anymore because that panel failed, the bastard. 1 year. It's a shame, but it looks a lot nicer without the spoiler on the back, so I'm not going to put a spoiler back on the back. I don't know what I'm going to do for solar power. Probably put it back on top of the spray hood like I had originally, but that's for another day. I'm on starboard tack, sailing. Boat is looking after herself. I could have a kip now. This In Our Time is so fucking boring that I might. Last hour and a half to go. Yeah, I've been bashing into the waves all day, so I'm a bit knackered. I'm on the waiting pontoon, wherever that is. Gave them a call. That's the only spot they've got for me, but that's probably alright because hopefully I can go on side on and I don't have to reverse, which would be fantastic. Probably won't film the arrival, but we'll see. She's flying! Excuse the mist, they're cleaning someone else's boat, and the noise because it's a boatyard. But here you can see it's getting taped up and ready for blasting, which should take place sometime today. And already you can see the brackets are being removed, because that's getting filled and all faired. This is going to get cleaned and prop speeded. So she's got a skirt on now, because it's obviously a very messy job when they blast it off. You'll have to excuse the noise. Very busy boatyard. But there she is down to the epoxy barrier coat, which was apparently put on in the year 2000. They've done some moisture readings and she's not completely dry, but she's not wet. So it looks like it's a goer, because they can't put it on a wet hull. Still some work going on at the back on the rudder. The rudder does have a few blisters, but they're very small. But the hull itself is almost entirely blister free, he said. Almost. Yeah, so that's looking good. The propeller has never looked so clean. Obviously it's not shiny because it was blasted, but hooray. It rings like a bell. Kind of. These are the studs for the what do you call that, anode, so that's got to be redone. See these brackets here, these are more substantially made than I thought. This is all epoxy, so that's somehow got to get ground down and smoothed out, but they'll do it. Oops, point the camera in the right place. Down here as well, you see. Oh, that's got to come off. But overall, very good. I'm happy. It's not super smooth yet, but that's all to be done. They're gonna obviously put a layer over it to smooth it and sand it, and then start with the copper coat. Where was the blisters that I saw yesterday? Nah, gone. In that case, it never happened. Fantastic. And I think I already showed this. There's a little hole here. That one there. And there's one on the opposite side as well. And they're from the original through hull for the logs. They had a port and starboard log. There we go. I'll be back this afternoon to make a work list, because Dennis is a lovely bloke, very knowledgeable, a little bit chaotic, and I got to tie him down to a price for all the work they're doing, because they're not just doing copper coat, they're doing one or two other little jobs as well. Yeah, I need to tie him down on the price, otherwise it'll escalate while I'm not looking.
Sugar baby. Sweet thing. Sugar baby. Sugar baby.